The rich dad, poor dad concept, most people get caught in the left bottom quadrant or the top right. They never actually get this thing where they trade. Their money gives them time, right? This is truly passive income. And so that's the number 2 mistake. I will pause and I will save maybe the third mistake for later in the show, but I'm wondering what you're thinking about those first 2 so far, Will.
I love what you're saying about it's holistic, right? So you're looking at your family, looking at spiritual, the other parts of it are so critical. I mean, you can lose the money just like that, boom, like you said in 2008, boom, it's gone. Oh, I didn't see that coming, And if you've not paid attention to your family, to your relationship, it's not great. I imagine if that happened, like your friend Steve, it's like devastating, So I like that you focus on those areas. My question is, how do you get somebody who, is so caught up in the money side of it to come across to your side and really actually start to create for themselves what you're saying is important to them?
Beautiful. I think you said it well. What's important for them, right? It's helping them to discover that versus selling or telling them, right? It's coming alongside as a guide versus, just providing a smart answer. In fact, I think a thoughtful question is much more important than a smart answer. And in fact, this leads kind of mistake number 3, right? Choosing an unproven strategy, a misaligned team that is not flexible enough to give you what you really want, right? And what do you want the most? And I think it's important for an exercise to write out, hey, if I were to exit my Bitcoin, my business, my real estate, on these top 10 things, what do I want? And you start to list these things. I want to defer tax. I want to diversify. I want liquidity. I want some debt freedom. I want some truly passive income. I want, spend time with my family. I want to be able to travel. I want to be able to, separate from my partner in a very amicable way. I want to be able to, whatever those things are, list them all out. Right? And then rank them on a scale of 1 to 10 on the importance and the ability to make an impact for yourself, for your family, for others. On if you could do and unlock these things, what does that mean for you? Okay. And so the number 3 mistake is choosing an unproven strategy, an unproven team that's not flexible enough to achieve your desired outcome. Okay. Now, here's the thing, Will, what I've learned is that our desired outcome is dynamic, meaning I have 5 children. My wife and I married 16 years. We just celebrated that in New York City for a weekend. We had a great time and we were reflecting on all of these things. And, they're between the ages of 15 and 7. Okay. But guess what? Every year and every 5 years, and especially every 10 years from now, things are going to dynamically change. So guess what I need for my wealth plan? That can dynamically change. Makes sense, right? Not set in a box. And so when you get really clear on this, and here's some examples. I have some clients that go, hey, my kids are 10 years old. I want to spend, my time with them. In fact, 85% of our time, Will, that we spend with our kids is before they're 18. Their entire life, we will spend 85% of our time with our kids before they're 18. After that, we get 15% of our time with them, okay? So what's priceless versus what's profitable? Well, clearly what's priceless is the time that we get to intentionally love on, coach, nurture, discipline, train, right? Our children is the most important thing, right? Probably one of the most important things we can do for our legacy and for everything we're stewarding, right? So how do I unlock that time with my kids? But guess what? My kids eventually are going to be 20, 25, 30, and maybe they want to start their own businesses, right?